Guys, have your boyfriend ever become too clingy? I wanted to ask Ferris this, man to man. Has your boyfriend ever become just too clingy?
No.
Okay, thank goodness. Well, Buffy has to deal with that this episode. I think she does it well, but
Yes.
we're going to talk about Out of My Mind, not to be confused with Out of Mind, Out of Sight. I guess they just really like this
Mind
title.
stuff.
Anyways, let's go right into season 5, episode 4, Out of My Mind. Guys, right now would be a perfect time to have an intro, but you know we're working on it. We're gonna work on it.
Some problems. Some problems.
We're gonna deal with it, guys. We're gonna deal with it. Now, original air date for this particular episode, uh, October 17th of 2000. Ferris, and that might not mean much to you, but to me, it also really doesn't mean that much. It's not like I can remember what the hell was going on then. It was written by Rebecca Rand Kirshner. Now, this is the first episode she writes for this show. She writes a further 8, but she's more involved behind the scenes, becoming like a script supervisor, those kind of things, throughout the rest of the series. She's going to end up writing. Well, before this, she ended up writing, I guess, for Freaks and Geeks. I can't remember. Was Freaks and Geeks before this? I think so. Gilmore Girls. That's another credit she has. The 90210 remake, Ferris, which I know you're a tremendous
I
fan
know.
of.
I know. I know about that show. Shout out to Mac Wild.
It's directed by David Grossman. So they had a rookie on and writing it. They have David Grossman come in, vet of the show. The last one was Real Me, so not very long ago. Number 1 movie in your United States, Mr. Muthana. Meet the Parents still. It was a big hit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Shout out to my boy Gaylord Fokker.
So very few times we can get away with saying it. My favorite scene is still the volleyball spike scene, and that number 1 song. It like for all 3, never changes. It's 3 Doors Down with Kryptonite. I think that's about to come to an end. Black Coffee by All Saints. I've said it before.
Yes.
One of the worst songs I've had to listen to
Oh wow.
while doing this whole Rewatchers Council.
Wait, Rob, do you
Nope.
listen to the songs? Do you
Have
listen to
to.
this?
If I don't know them, like
Uh,
yeah, no, I knew All Saints, and I know
okay.
is it Nicole Appleton that was married or just with Liam Gallagher forever? I think they have
I
kids
don't.
together,
I don't
stuff like that.
know. I don't know. I'm
Anyway,
not
so yeah,
I'm not an Oasis person, so I don't
I
know.
I, I only really know the song "Never Ever" by All Saints. This one, yeah, you could skip it. You know what?
Okay.
Just skip the whole thing. It doesn't really matter. Number 1 song, Canada, still music by Madonna.
Hey, Madonna.
What are you gonna do? Like,
It's Madonna.
well, probably her last fine song.
I
So it's
think
fine.
Madonna has charted in like 4 different decades.
Yeah, I know that she's still grasping at relativity.
Yeah,
I don't
because it was
know if she's
the 80s, the
sure.
90s, the
Yep.
2000s, and the 2010s. Right, those
I
4
don't know what
decades. Right?
happened. I don't know what happened in the 2010s.
I think she had like one. I think she had like a song,
It's probably like a club song or something like that.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In her heart,
I'm not
in
saying
her heart, Paris
she's
still
not
counts.
like the Isley brothers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're you
I
know
like I like where you're going. I
yeah,
like
like
where
because
you're going.
they were in the I think the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. That's 6 decades.
The extended version of Who's That Lady Ferris.
Who's
Incredible.
yes.
It's the same guitar part going over and over again, but it always works. It always works. Fantastic stuff. Gotta love the Isley Brothers. Okay,
Yes.
DVZ synopsis time. As Riley's friends beg him to see a medical specialist at Sunnydale General Hospital, Ferris, Harmony, and Spike kidnap that same specialist with hopes he can remove Spike's chip. Usually, uh, cardiologists aren't also very good brain surgeons, but we'll see what happens in this episode. Now, we mentioned off the top Riley's getting a little bit clingy here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Now, Buffy's in a point of her life. Of course, she only really ever had two, let's say, physical experiences before. She was with Angel, of course, and that didn't turn out too well.
No, it did not.
Maybe in the moment,
Oh,
great, but in the whole, as Jenny Calendar, maybe not great overall. And of course, there was the dummy from first year. We don't like to talk about him at
mm-hmm.
all. So she's in love with this guy. They've
First
when
time almost destroyed the world. Her
yeah,
second time almost destroyed her.
yeah,
Yes.
and she ended up destroying him after a
Yes.
night of drinking with a bunch of nerds that turned into cavemen.
Yep.
But
Justifiably.
right, so well, speaking of good old Spike, which we weren't talking about, they're
Mm-hmm.
going to start leaning now into Spike as more of a comedic foil.
Mm-hmm.
The season is going to lean heavily into drama. There is going to be some quite bad things happening during this season, so they've got to set up a little levity. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have Cordelia here anymore. Anya is there. They need a little bit more. How much are you going
Yes.
to rely on Anya? How much are
Yes.
you going to start dropping things while we're on the show? Okay, so Spike is busy at one time giving good old Pacey some shit because they were on a show there on the good old WB, the Dawson's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything going on with Dawson's Creek here on the channel? Fairs?
Maybe.
Maybe
On
there's
the
a
lookout
rewatch.
for that.
Maybe there's a rewatchers council for
Yes.
Dawson's Creek. Well, while you're here, you can go check that out. Now, Harmony's going to come in anytime, as you know. We see Harmony Kendall, pretty happy, and this episode with the two of them sort of together is just fantastic stuff. It makes up for a lot of what else is going on in this episode. I can't say that I dislike this episode just because we get really good Harmony and Spike stuff. Harmony's still worried that Buffy's main focus, ever since she tried to attack Buffy with her minions, is that all she has to get rid of Harmony because that's her
Arch
nemesis
nemesis.
now. It's her
Yes.
arch nemesis. Harmony Kendall. Barely remember her when she was even at school with her, but she's convinced that
Mm-hmm.
Buffy is not gonna give up till she kills her to death. Ferris,
Mm-hmm.
which is I think that's how it goes, right? If you kill
Yeah.
somebody, it's usually to death. I guess it would fear a vampire, maybe not. Maybe there's always a way to bring her back to life. Anyways, I will say this: you get a future flash here.
Mm-hmm.
Spike really trying to take advantage of Harmony here. Harmony, in a vulnerable. I'm glad I could say the name or word
Vulnerable.
right. Vulnerable position.
Vulnerable. Yes.
Yeah. Spike there to take advantage of it. It's just red flags, everybody. Red flags for things to come. But it turns out he doesn't need to. He's like, oh, she says, oh, you want to have sex? It's like, all right, yeah, no problem. She automatically figured she was going to do it. So win for Spike, not
I guess.
having to be a total cad by
Mm-hmm.
now. Now let's go back to our pal Buffy. It turns out she's been doing good in school.
Yes.
She's, she was already praised in psych class, so I don't know why Willow is going to get so excited. It's like, oh, look at you, we're talking about. They already had these kind of conversations before in psych. Of course, it was a Maggie Walsh class,
Mm-hmm.
but Buffy traditionally not very good at history. And
No.
they're talking French Revolution here. They're
Yes.
talking French Revolution easy. Good for Buffy. Oh, she's gonna have such a rewarding academic career. You can you can just feel it how well everything's gonna go. You want to you want to talk about Don and Joyce here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna because this is what's gonna start setting up a bunch of things that are gonna happen throughout the beginning of this season here. She's talking.
Some mystical stuff where Joyce kind of
There's
just like,
there's gonna be some stuff. So uh, it starts off just having Dawn not having breakfast per se. She's pouring out all the cereal into different bowls so she can go and get the cereal price. Now, you're I'm gonna say like you're what 5 or 6 years younger than I am, something like that.
yes,
Seven.
yes,
Did you ever have like I don't know if they still have? Do they still make prizes in the cereal?
no,
Like they stopped doing all that kind of stuff.
no.
Back, oh boy, back in those days, we used to get some pretty great prizes in there. I 100% remember going straight for the prize. Didn't ever actually think about pouring anything out of the box first.
Mm-hmm.
It was always just rummage. You rummage until you get that prize. Maybe not.
Well, yeah, well, because nowadays people have those cereal containers where you pour the cereal into the container
Sure.
and like throw the box away. Me,
Yes.
I guess to keep the cereal fresh. I guess
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, in the like 70s, early 80s, that was
Hmm.
not needed. Cereal would last forever
Yes.
because of the incredible amount of sugar and chemicals needed to keep those things even 3 day fresh. So
Yes.
uh, I was more worried about me putting my hand in boxes of cereal, rummaging around until I got like my uh, was it what was that Titans Attack of the Titans or whatever movie back in the day with Pegasus and stuff like that. You can get a little flashy thing that changed and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Yeah, just first thing in the morning, dig through your cereal bowl, then get yourself a nice bowl of cereal.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Speaking of,
Maybe
I need to replace my milk because my milk gonna expire in 2 days.
how could you do it?
Yeah.
How can you? Anyways, so Joyce is fine with all this. It's like, oh, okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't actually wanting to eat any of this food. She's gonna give her half an omelet, which is about right. I guess I don't know how big this omelet. If it's a 2 egg omelet, maybe I would still say if you're about to go to school or something like that, getting half an omelet as a kid was a big deal. I remember getting a cream of wheat.
I never
Very
ate omelets as a kid. It was always scrambled eggs.
yeah, scrambled egg. Well, yeah, scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Still legit.
Sometimes scrambled egg with tuna. It's pretty good.
This is amazing.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
A tuned scrambled egg?
Yeah. You'd make the scrambled egg, then you would mix in the tuna. Pretty good.
Now, I've had like the kids make craft dinner and throw a little tuna in there, but I've never heard in all my years, Ferris, adding a little canned fish to egg.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna judge. What I'm gonna
I
do? I'm gonna appreciate. I'm gonna appreciate you. Now, uh, there's an
Struggling from the
unfortunate.
man who's eating caribou. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, they put up a damn good fight. But
Yeah.
now, now, Joyce stops. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, everything's fine. She's gonna stop. Something's going on. She looks at Dawn. She says,
Who are you?
"Who are you?" And she's gonna pass out. Now, basically, the season has started. It took a while for stuff to happen. This is when everything starts to go on.
Rob,
Nope.
I have to admit, Rob, I feel ashamed of myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who Dawn was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she looked familiar. I don't know who this woman is.
We've
And then
talked about it on the show.
I actually watched the intro of this episode because sometimes I don't watch the intro of the Buffy because I don't really like it. I just kind of skip it.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And that, well, we just watched. We just talked
yeah,
about what happened. Don't need
exactly.
more.
And then I'm watching the intro, and then Dawn pops up, and it says Michelle Trachtenberg, and I was like, "Oh, that's Michelle Trachtenberg." I completely forgot it was Michelle Trachtenberg. I
Oh,
completely did.
you weren't on the show where I believe it was Kelsman, Brendan Marr, and I talking about Michelle Trachtenberg
Yeah,
uh, that second episode when we finally the was it
yeah.
called The Real Me.
Oh no, but
Yeah,
she was in the episode last week and the previous week.
right.
I
It
just
was the
didn't.
previous week we talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I zoned out. I was like, oh, that's Michelle. God rest her soul.
God rest her soul. It's unfortunate, and yeah, like we said, not a beloved character. But I tried to tell people it's like this is what they wanted. She played everything exactly how they wanted. She was supposed to be the precocious, pain in the ass little
Hmm.
sister. So
Yeah, yeah.
we'll find
That's
out.
why. Yeah, that's why
We'll
I don't
find out
get
more
mad
about
at.
it.
That's why I don't get mad at Hayden Christensen because he literally just followed George's
Yeah,
direction.
that's what they wanted. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, Before we go on with this, Joyce is going to pass out. She's going to go to the hospital. Before we go into that, let's go over to the magic box because a couple of things happen. First, we're gonna have let's see, Tara and Willow there.
Hmm.
Willow wants Tara to maybe start doing
Readings.
tarot card readings and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Uh, Tara isn't exactly into it. She isn't. She may be a Wicca, like they say, but she isn't too into like the public displays of Wicca-ing. You know what I mean? And as compared to Willow, and we're going to say she's even getting a little uncomfortable maybe with how much Willow's going to go, and this is going to be a thing for sure. But the big deal about the magic box is that they somehow have this incredibly huge storage space in
Hmm.
behind, and it's basically the length of the magic box, except it doesn't have any dividers and stuff like that. It's an incredibly huge space. I don't know how Giles is going to pay for this, but wait until next week when you see actually how many people actually come to shop at the magic box. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, so you're going to see there they built this new thing. They have this whole training room for Buffy, even with some of the the ancient kind of pictures and stuff like that that Sanaya had around and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Uh, but as she walks in, Riley's going to tackle her. Riley's got to make it about him right away, which is concerning. Xander, who's been around there from the very beginning, very humble, says, I made the dummy." He's very into carpeting now. As a 19-year-old, it seems like he already has a ticket somehow for carpeting. He's made this dummy for her. She's happy about that. Riley is
He just shoved a bunch of hay into some clothes.
sure, but he had to build the wood and stuff like that to make it look like a dummy. This guy, yes, is very rudimentary. I
Hmm.
get it, but
Was more
also remember,
impressive is well, the more impressive thing he built that shelf in the previous scene.
yeah, he was building a shelf. He said,
Yeah,
"Yeah, carpentry's pretty
that was
cool."
pretty good.
He was already given a raise and he has his own crew. Yeah, guys, I complain about this, or I don't even complain. I mention it. This is a show about, a superpower girl who kills monsters.
Yes,
And I complain about the 19-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid
knowing how to build a shelf.
who's very good at carpentry. All
Yes.
right, so we're gonna go on from these guys just to say, she's appreciative and stuff like that, which is nice.
Hmm.
You see Riley playing basketball now with Mark Blucas playing basketball. That looks legit, and it looks legit because he was a Division One
Yes, he played at the
basketball player.
University of Missouri. That is correct.
I believe he played for Wake Forest.
Oh, Wake Forest. My bad. Yes, you're right. He
He
played
had
with Tim Duncan.
he had a pretty good teammate.
Yes, he played
So
with Tim Duncan.
yeah, so while Tim Duncan, becomes this
Tim
Hall of
Duncan.
Famer,
Yes.
multiple champion, Mark Blucas was on his team, averaged 4 points a game,
Still
which
on the
isn't bad.
team. Still on the
Which isn't
team, Rob.
bad. He was a was it Wake Forest? What are they? Not the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, they are.
That's the Demon Deacons.
They are the
There you
Demon
go.
Deacons. Yes. Who did you?
Looks
What did
like
you think they were, Rob? What
I'm a Canadian.
oh, okay.
I have there's so many. I could have said Wildcats. Just a
No,
guess. I would have had a 50-50 shot.
no, you wouldn't have.
I'm pretty sure. Now, uh, with it turns like it turns out his there's a couple of things going on with
With Riley.
Riley.
Yes.
They're gonna get called into to the hospital. They have to go there now that they know that Joyce has
Mm-hmm.
fallen ill. I'm gonna meet a doctor or an intern. I guess a doctor intern. I don't know what the hell it
Probably
is.
someone doing their residency.
Yeah, named Ben. Ben is played by Charlie Weber. Now, you may have seen him, Ferris, because in a 18-month period, he played in each CSI Miami, and CSI New York, all his different characters. Each and every time. He was in all 90 episodes of How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he was a series regular on that.
Nice.
Now he's been doing these things called Mystery Island. It's they're movies on Prime Video, and there's been 4 of those in the last 2 years. So good on Charlie Weber, and there's going to be more to see of him. But while he's there, Dawn has been, her precocious self, and while he's trying to explain to Buffy and to Riley what's going on with Joyce, she's playing around with this stethoscope.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's heart seems fine till you get to Riley, and to say it's elevated would be
An understatement.
a bit of an understatement. It's going, it's going. It's like me when I was a kid, walking into a class I didn't remember there was a test for. It's really going to get at you. So now, Joyce is going to seem fine after all this. Now, Don is, still being annoying and stuff like that, but they're all going to go home. Now, I wanted to mention one thing. When they get home, they're talking with Joyce. They move that couch in front of the picture window.
Mm-hmm.
The picture window that repeatedly gets smashed. Why would you move the couch there?
Soft landing.
You know what I would do? I would just put like a vinyl flooring right around that area, because
Some
the
spikes.
history of that house. It's
Some
gonna get
spikes.
busted.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
spikes. There's spikes. They still have to live in the house.
Hello. Well, hell, Rob. I even knew the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. LOL. Shout out to Ryan Christensen.
Ryan Christensen is a legitimate monster, probably a bigger monster than anything you've ever seen.
He's probably a bigger monster than Yoshi Yamamoto.
Anything you've ever seen on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, Buffy has come to know like there's something wrong with Riley. Got to make sure we get to the powers that be. But Will's telling you they know that you're talking about him all the time. There's got to be a way. Now, for some reason, Don keeps bringing up all the things that the U.S. government tried to do to Castro.
Mm-hmm. I was very confused.
I'm still confused by it. It makes no sense. One thing she says, they have to be listening, so she gets it. She's gonna go over and go to his landline.
Oh, okay. So so she was saying a bunch of this stuff to get to her point of they're listening. Just say something.
I don't think that was ever her point. I think Buffy
Okay.
just took the ball and ran with it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, what you're saying is
Because
isn't
that's
all
how
idiotic.
sometimes that's how I be talking. I'm telling the story and then I get to the point at the end.
Yeah. So Graham is like she's gonna say Riley needs help. You guys got to step on it. So you can see Graham. This is gonna go back to when he was playing basketball. It's like you gotta help yourself here, buddy. He fights them all off. He
Mhm.
runs off. When he runs off, everyone says, "Well, we gotta separate. We gotta find them and stuff like that."
Mhm.
Now, I was looking up just some facts about the episode. When Tara and Willow go to the old high school, supposedly that's the last time you ever see that school. And I've watched this show, I don't know how many times, I never thought of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the last time you're going to see the old high school.
Sunnyvale High.
Yeah. Oh, the memories. The
The memories.
memories. So, he wasn't there anyways. It turns out he was over at the old initiative caves and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And, eventually, they're going to go get him, try and get him some help. But while this is going on, there's a doctor that can help out Riley.
Riley with his heart condition.
There's an initiative doctor on hand
Mhm.
over at the teaching school or whatever for Sunny Hall. Basically, it's the same classroom as Maggie Walsh's, but there's an operating curtain or whatever around it,
Yes.
an operating theater
Yes.
around it and
Some
stuff like
old
that.
school ones, man. Hey, uh, like those old school theaters be crazy, man. Like I was watching the show called The Nick, and they're at a teaching hospital, and like
Yeah,
imagine having like because this was also like based in like the early 1900s, so like a lot of
sure.
these surgeries they were doing in the theater, a lot of people died. So imagine you're in the theater and then you're like 8 people are watching you. Could this be the surgery that saves lives? And then boom, just you're dead.
Fun gross
Dead.
fact.
Yes.
My wife watched her grandmother have an operation from an operating theater, more like the one from Seinfeld, though, with the junior mints. Except they had
Yeah.
the windows
No,
closed.
no, no. This theater was like they were sitting in like bleachers watching, and there was no glass. They were in it
Yeah,
back in the day.
from Hell has a famous scene like that as
Yes.
well too.
Yes.
Now Harmony and Spike have decided, well, if Spike, you got to help me out here. She says, Buffy just wants to kill me all the time. That's all she thinks about. It's like, you got to help me. Well, he can't do anything about it because of this little bugger chip he's got in his head.
Mm-hmm.
She says, well, how about I do the killing, you do the thinking. He likes it, but he also thinks, well, I'll just get this chip out of my head.
Yes.
Somehow they get to the hospital and find the guy who's going to be able to take out this chip, no problem, except he's a heart guy. So they steal him.
He doesn't do brain surgery.
Nope. He's very nervous about it. They especially more nervous because why on earth? And I'm going to ask you this man to man. All right. Why would a vampire ever keep a crossbow in his room? Why would you have a crossbow at all? You have grown in weapons. Super
Well,
strength. Yeah,
he
yeah.
had that chip in his brain, so he probably has,
Can't, like she even said he couldn't even pick a flower. But of course, who's gonna press on
But
about
you
that?
know what? You know what, Rob? He wants to be Baskin Robbins. He wants to have options.
Something that could easily kill him
What you don't
and
know
her.
if well, you don't know if the bow and arrow is made of wood. The arrow. It could
It
be
very,
steel.
it very well is. You see the bolt because she fires it because the string was slippy.
Wait. I thought time out.
Yep. Go ahead.
I thought it was a wooden stake to the heart.
Sure, but anything wouldn't. A pencil would do it. She
Well,
still be able to.
okay, but most bolts are not wooden
It has
unless
a
you
it
make
has a it has a metal part on the top. The rest
yeah,
of it usually,
it's
famously
wood.
made out of wood.
Well, then make your bolts out of silver.
Yep. I guess maybe it's a cost-effective thing,
I
but
guess.
still, to have a crossbow as a vampire,
Well, sometimes people just want a crossbow, Rob. Don't you have one?
I have one. I have
See?
one, sure.
Why do you need one?
To just in case of vampire,
Exactly. Me, I have
or
one.
just in case I have to get this chip out of my head. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. I had it for the same. I wasn't even thinking. I apologize so much.
Mhm.
So, they steal this doctor. They're
Yes.
telling him, get this chip out. Don't worry about it, or else you're gonna get it. Because Harmony over here is a crack shot with a crossbow. Well, it all goes into the crapper as soon as she accidentally fires the thing. But this guy is gonna go. All right, fine. Try and get this chip out. Uh, Harmony is a little freaked out. Spike is talking while going under the while having brain surgery.
Hmm.
Famously, first you don't need to put anybody out while having brain surgery. You know why?
Why?
There's no pain receptors in the brain.
What?
There's no pain receptors in the brain. Like when he says that, they're like it feels like somebody's digging around with my like in my skull and in my brain and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Usually people have like will have the local anesthetic, like you said, to the skull hurts. You're cracking open the skull, it hurts. But when you actually get into the brain doesn't have any pain receptors in it. That's why then you can have them touch people and they could say like, "Oh, I smell burnt toast" and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you can have brain
Wow.
surgery while you're awake.
I didn't know
That's
that.
all. So there you go. We're not only here to entertain but educate. That's been the mission about the show all along. Anyways, uh, it comes to the end, comes near the end. The doctor says, "Oh, I get the chip out." Uh, it's like, "Oh, but Buffy had this time
Hmm.
finally convinced, and it took some doing
Yes.
because Riley's a proud man.
Yeah, man.
See,
Most men, they don't really, apparently, men rarely go to the hospital because they think they can just tough it out. They can do it. Mhm.
yeah. Unfortunately, I know this all too well.
Yeah.
My brother should have thought about these kind of things much before uh, some things happen.
Yes.
Uh, she's come up to him. He's worried about how she's gonna see him
Hmm.
moving forward. Because he can't keep up with her.
Hmm.
It's like, why do you think that's what I want and stuff like that? Well, he says, well, look at Pryor. Like he's always trying to measure up to Angel, that first love affairs,
Well, he
which is
also needs
ridiculous.
no. Well, he also needs to think about Angel isn't a human.
Hmm.
Like, you're not a human being, man. And you know what? If she did look down among people who are less stronger than her, then she would have looked down on Willow and Xander and Giles. But she doesn't. She needs them. Like she needs him.
Well, she would have looked down on Xander. The other
Okay, yeah,
ones, well, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, yeah.
We will.
We will see.
Now, yeah. So it's like, well, he eventually gives. It's like you can touch me. Like, what are you trying to do here? You're trying to kill yourself to impress me and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You can't do anything to get on her level. Like, it's insane that he would even think that. She's a superhero. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Lois Lane never tries to do the same thing as Superman. You know what I mean? You just appreciate that you're with the superhero person. Maybe
Exactly.
this is what he needed to hear. So it's like, fine, take this thing out. I'm gonna be dead if you don't, anyways. So
Yes.
let's go rip this thing out of me. They get to the hospital. It's like, oh no, these two foes of mine, these two jerks, have the doctor
Stolen the
and
doctor.
this thing. So it's time to fight. They get into it. Uh, Now, Riley's taking on Harmony. Of course, doing pretty well. Harmony doing well. Of course, against a Riley that is kind of breaking down as he does it. Spike eventually tries to attack Buffy, as he does. The pain hits. Turns out when the doctor said, "Oh, I got your chip out," he
It
just
was a
dropped a
penny.
penny into the bowl. He said, "I told you I couldn't do it. What do you
Yeah,
want from me?"
I'm a
Yeah.
hard guy.
Yeah. So they end up more fighting. They end up escaping again. They keep letting Spike and Harmony escape. They grab the doctor. He says, "Well, I don't know if I could have helped you if it was even yesterday." Turns out that operation, basically, it took seconds,
Hmm.
literal seconds, and Riley's going to be,
Rob, I don't think it took literal seconds. I think they just kind of fast forwarded.
maybe a bit, right?
Yeah.
Feel a little bit. You're right, but it still doesn't seem like it took very long
Well,
at
yes,
all.
yes.
So, uh, Riley's going to be fine. It's just going to take some recovery time and stuff like that here. The show's going to end with, of course, all this time Spike has been complaining about Buffy. You always have to
Hmm.
kill Buffy, but he's going to, at the end of the episode, you can see Buffy go out to Spike in the crypt,
Hmm.
fighting, but then they start making out. And then they keep making out. They say, "This is wrong." They keep making out.
Hmm.
Then Spike's going to wake up. Of course, he's next to Harmony. No, one of his worst nightmares is, this is going to set things in motion. We're going to see Spike and how his new feelings for Buffy might surface in the next episode. What's going on with
What's going
Joyce?
on with Joyce? Yes.
You better. We can't sing the song. I don't
Okay.
know if he can. Maybe he can
Oh,
sing the
no,
song.
no, no, we can't.
Marvin Gaye. What's he going to do? Sue us? Pretty sure
Yes,
he's no,
yes.
no longer
That
with us.
estate, that estate definitely loves suing people.
Well, we should sue them for taking him away from us, his own family. Now, we're also going to figure out because next episode is No Place Home Ferris.
Hmm.
Legitimately, one of my favorite Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes. It does so much for forwarding the story of the season. If you're wondering when we're seeing the big bad finally,
Hmm.
the abomination comes next week. You'll see what the abomination is. You're gonna find out Dawn's origin story.
Hmm.
You're gonna have maybe the best line that Spike ever says in the show, one of the more famous lines. A line that Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans tattoo on themselves,
Hmm.
which is which is something I'll never get. But and then with more,
You don't have any tattoos, Rob?
Riley never had a tattoo.
Oh, I have one.
Never. Yeah. What? Tanya has tattoo. Just I figured the government of Canada might have me locked away if I ever damaged this pristine work of art,
I
which
I
is my
I understand. I understand.
you know how it
Yes.
goes. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Rewatchers Cancel. I can't wait to talk No Place Like Home next week. Tomorrow we got some more Rewatchers Cancel. We're going to be talking Angel Untouched is the episode we're talking about tomorrow, Ferris. We
Hmm.
got starting 11 over on Good Friends Better Rivals coming on Tuesday live. Is Adelia going to be back for that? I believe she might be.
I don't think so.
Well, if not, she's going to miss a
Yes.
heck of an episode because there's some big time matches going on this
Yes.
weekend. Huge matches in the English Premier League. Can't wait to talk about those. Ferris, do you have anything else going on?
Nope. Tomorrow, Rewatchers Council, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. We're doing Angel, as well as later on that day, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Me and Caleb are doing Good Friends, Better Rivals.
There you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching us live here on Rewatchers Council, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer edition. Thank you for Ferris as well. Guys, in the immortal words of that dumb doctor, who's both a cardiologist and a brain surgeon,
Well, he told you he wasn't a brain surgeon.
thanks everybody for watching / listening. We will see you all next time.